Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Chad Duell's tenure as Michael Corinthos is a long-standing chapter in daytime television. He joined the show in 2010, and over more than a decade, he built a legacy in the role. While he's now stepped away from that chapter, Duell made it clear in a recent interview that a return to soap opera drama is not off the table. He said, "Yeah, I would entertain doing another daytime soap. It just depends on the role, how it is there, how they see my body of work, and whether the team is excited for me. If they have a good storyline and good character, then I'm all on board." Let's break down what this means, not just the headline of would he come back, but the underlying factors, his reasons for stepping away, what his future looks like, how the soap world views returning actors, and what the fans are thinking. First, why did he step away? In his interview, Duell revealed that after many years in the same role, he felt a need to step back. He said he was dragging, dealing with life changes, and realized the role had become a comfort zone in some ways rather than a challenge. He shared how mental health and personal loss played a role, the passing of his father, the pressure of performing day in, day out, and the rapid pace of soap production all combined to push him toward a pause. In his own words, "It just took that one scene and everyone was like, oh yeah, alright, he's on track. And then I kind of started to go from there." But later he said, "I just needed a bit of a break." For how long, we don't know. So the context is set. An actor who invested many years into a character, grew with it, but then recognized the need to diversify, reset, and approach his craft with fresh energy. Next, what is he doing now? Duell revealed that he has a couple of film projects in the works. One film involves him portraying a man imprisoned for assisting his terminally ill father with ending his life, a very different dramatic tone from the world of daytime soaps. Another film has him playing a blind man who must carry an injured friend through the wilderness, again, a physically and emotionally demanding role. In addition, he is embracing fatherhood. His son just turned 2 in the interview, and the experience of being a parent is reshaping his priorities. These choices signal that Duell is intentionally stepping into roles that push him, that challenge his range, and that move beyond the familiar territory of Michael Corinthos. So when he says he would entertain doing another daytime soap, what does that really mean? It suggests openness, but not necessarily immediacy. He's not saying, "Yes, I'm coming back tomorrow." He's saying, if the role is right, if the character excites me, I'm in. Which opens the question, what would the right role look like for him, and how does this align with the state of daytime soap today? Over the past decade, daytime dramas have undergone significant shifts. Fewer soaps, changing viewing habits, streaming, and recalibrated budgets. For an actor like Duell, whose legacy is tied to one iconic role, returning to the genre means considering the script as much as it means the character. In his interview, he reflected on the very first time he stepped into Michael's shoes. The pressure was real, taking over a legacy character, adapting to the pace of soap production, and finding a way to make it his own. He said he didn't want to replicate the actor who preceded him. Instead, he focused on showing the emotional core of Michael, the heart, he said, as opposed to just the anger or the rage episodes. That mindset could serve him while going forward. If he returns to soaps, it won't be purely nostalgia. It'll likely be for a character with depth, growth, and complexity. One that allows him to stretch. There's also the fan factor. Duell addressed watching his successor, Rory Gibson, take over Michael Corinthos. He publicly extended grace to Gibson, saying he hoped it would be a smooth transition and that he recognized what Gibson was stepping into. That shows professionalism and awareness of the legacy he's leaving behind. It also underscores the fact that he's not simply leaving to vanish, he's leaving at a time when he can look back with gratitude. In his recent remarks, he said, "Regardless of me feeling burnout or needing a recharge, it still was a blessing to play Michael, not only for myself but for you all." Return to the same show, General Hospital, but in a new role. Soaps sometimes bring back former actors in different capacities, sometimes as a twin, sometimes as a flashback, sometimes as a new character entirely. Given the open-door tone, this is possible. From a fan's perspective, the question, will he come back, is only part of it. Just as important is, if he does, what role will he play and will the story be worthy of his craft? Because after 15 years in one character, the bar changes. The actor's own expectations, the audience's expectations, and the genre's expectations all evolve. Now let's pause and contextualize Duell's career arc a bit to appreciate the magnitude of his position. He took on Michael Corinthos in 2010 and held that role for over a decade. During that time, he won a Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in 2015. That length of time, he became a familiar face in daytime TV, navigating the fast-paced production schedule, juggling action-heavy mob storylines, emotional family arcs, trauma redemption. All that experience shapes how he views his next move. When he says, "I stifled myself," which appears in other press coverage, he means that staying in one mode too long can limit growth. One must push into discomfort to awaken new levels. Here's why that matters. For an actor of his tenure, returning to another soap is not just get in front of the camera. It's negotiating the legacy of the past character, handing off or stepping into new dynamics, and redefining the actor's brand. Also, the landscape is different. Viewers now consume in myriad ways. The soaps that survive are evolving. So for daytime actors looking to come back, they must be more mindful of character depth, cross-media tie-ins, social media engagement, and streaming friendliness. This is where Chad Duell is smart. He's not rushing. He's doing film, fatherhood, theater talk in the interview. He's reframing his identity beyond Michael. That gives him choices. It places him in a stronger position to pick a return that feels meaningful, rather than jumping at anything. Many longtime viewers loved his portrayal of Michael Corinthos. His connection with the character, his chemistry with co-stars like Laura Wright and others, his ability to portray emotional conflict. These are strengths that can carry into a next role. At the same time, fans often crave novelty. They want to see Duell in different scenarios, not just the same character under a new name. From industry perspective, a returning star like Duell can generate buzz, bring loyal viewers back, and give a show a promotional boost. But there's risk too. If the role is weak, if the storyline is convoluted, fans may feel it's a rehash of old material. Therefore, the "if the role is right" caveat is crucial. What might we speculate the right role is? Based on his recent choices, we might imagine a character dealing with complex moral dilemmas, or one with a physical or emotional challenge. So a soap role that allows Duell to tap both physicality and emotional complexity would suit him. For example, a character who returns after trauma, or one who reemerges under a new identity, or one who grapples with ethical ambiguity. Alternatively, he could go meta, play a former soap star within a soap story, or a character like actor-turned-writer or celebrity returning to hometown, allowing references to his real-world history. That kind of layered character might intrigue both the actor and the audience. Let's also examine how his departure sets the stage for these possibilities. When Duell exited, he said, "After many incredible years, I've decided to step away from the show. This wasn't an easy decision for me." And the exit was complicated by the fact the show recast Michael Corinthos fairly quickly with Rory Gibson. Duell acknowledged the transition and seemed to wish the new actor well. That kind of exit, graceful, appreciative, leaves open possibility for future collaboration rather than burning bridges. It means Duell is positioning his story arc as on pause, not finished forever. So, taking all this into account, yes, the door is open for a soap comeback for Chad Duell. But it is conditional. It isn't about simply stepping back into Michael Corinthos or any generic role. It is about stepping into something fresh, challenging, and built with awareness of his legacy and his future ambitions. What's ahead for him then? Short term, complete the films he mentioned, explore perhaps theater work equals. Expand his range beyond the soap mold. Medium term, evaluate soap offers. Maybe appear in limited guest arcs rather than full-time. Maybe even participate in streaming or hybrid formats. Long term, craft a multifaceted career where daytime drama is one component but not the entirety. If I had to hazard a prediction, within the next 12 to 24 months we might see Chad Duell take on a recurring soap role, maybe not as a lead immediately, but as a high-profile guest arc that gives him the chance to test the waters, reconnect with the genre, and build momentum. Whether it's on General Hospital in a different capacity, or on a sister soap, remains to be seen. For fans of the genre, there are takeaways. First, the cup of possibility is still full. Actors leaving soaps aren't necessarily gone for good, especially when they leave on good terms. Second, the quality of the return role matters. The industry is more selective now, and viewers are more discerning. Third, the comeback narrative is enriched when it aligns with personal growth and new creative goals, which in Duell's case it appears to. And finally, Chad Duell's story can be inspiring beyond soap fans. It's a reminder that longevity in one role is an achievement, but knowing when to pivot is equally important. It's about acknowledging when you've served a chapter and stepping into the next with a mixture of gratitude, intention, and flexibility. So, as we watch the soap landscape continue to evolve, keeping an eye on actors like him gives us clues. When a familiar face returns, when a genre reinvents itself, when the nostalgia connects with fresh storytelling. And for Chad Duell, the curtain hasn't fully closed. It's simply preparing for his next act. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you want updates on soap opera news, behind-the-scenes interviews, and actor career roundups. Until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and keep watching the drama unfold. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.